Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Experience Sessions. Got a super cool guest with me today. My guest today is Shweta Subram, a playback singer and the voice that's basically on every playlist right now.
So yeah, the song that's trending the year is Jalebi Baby, and it was a great collaboration with Tesha initially, and then after that, I had a chance to also be on the track with Jason Derulo. So it was lovely how there are different versions floating around, but the one thing that was consistent was my voice. I guess that feels good.
I'm sure it does. I mean, you basically have your own musical catchphrase. Right? Everywhere you go, I'm sure people ask you to sing Jalebi Baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's come down a little bit right now, but honestly, people still call me the Jalebi Baby girl. So yeah, like my name has changed. Like a lot of times they're like, "Oh, Jalebi Baby girl is in the house," or like I go to like parties, I go to clubs, I go to a conference, and it's really funny because it's almost like there is an understanding that the minute I walk in, they have to play Jalebi Baby, and they've got to announce like the Jalebi Baby girls in the house.
Yeah. Can you just for people watching, can you just sing that part?
Okay. I know that you wanna get crazy, crazy. Shawty, take it slow, that cheti, cheti. Burn it jato meri jalebi, baby, baby. Let me see it, jalebi, baby. I know that you want a jalebi, baby. No, I really need a jalebi, baby.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But what can you tell me about the conception of this song? Like, why Jalebi Baby?
That's a good question. Like there's so many explanations behind it, and I think Tesha would be the right guy to answer that question because he's the one that came with the concept, with the thought process.
Yeah.
And my understanding of why Jalebi Baby is because I think how the jalebi is shaped, like it keeps going in like circles, right? And I feel like he's sort of saying that relationships are like that. It's very risky, like a jalebi.
Oh my God.
It's like a turmoil. There's so many things that one goes through in a relationship.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why he's just calling his baby like a complicated baby. Jalebi Baby.
That's deep. I mean,
that's my understanding now. I don't know what Tesha is going to say about my explanation,
no,
but
I think you should just go with this one though because it makes complete sense. But honestly, Shweta, this is just one achievement on a long list. You made your singing debut in Bollywood with Ayushmann Khurrana. What can you tell me about that experience? What stands out?
Oh, that experience was meant to be. I'm going to take full credit about that because honestly, I remember I was in Canada. I was sitting in the airport on my way to Mumbai while I got a call from Ayushmann Khurrana's team saying that, hey, I don't know where in the world you are, probably in Canada. It would be great if you're in Mumbai, but doesn't matter. Just go to a studio and try out your vocals for this song. And I was like, that's really funny because I'm actually in the airport en route to Mumbai. So if you can wait for a few hours, actually, I'll be there. I'll drop my bags and I'll get to the studio. And they just couldn't believe it. They thought I'm playing a prank or something. So I showed up, obviously. I showed up. And I remember they gave me these lines. And there were so many people sitting in the studio, like everyone from Reliance there were so many people. Like, there were all these big wigs from corporates. And there was Ayushmann's team and everyone was sitting there. No pressure at all. And then they asked me to sing these few lines. And I performed it. And the next thing I know is I find out the next day that my voice is in the movie. And what was really heartwarming was that I didn't know this, but when I met Ayushmann, I met him because when the song was released, we were doing a lot of press conferences and interviews. And there was one such interview, one such press con where both of us were invited together. And I was sitting there, and that's when I actually really got a chance to talk to him. And he said, it's amazing. I've been following your works on YouTube. Like, I love your cover of Mitti Di Khushboo. Like this, I did a few covers of his songs, like Mitti Di Khushboo and Sardi Gali Aaja. And I sang a few lines of Pani Da Rang. So he was like, I really like your covers, like the covers you've done of my songs. So I think it was a no-brainer for us to have you, and doing a duet with me. So that was really heartwarming because it just goes to show that. He's done his research. He knows the people he's working with.
He took time out to,
Yeah,
that's really sweet.
Yeah, he's a team player, so it was amazing. So I just want to thank, before carrying on, I just want to thank Ayushman and Rochik Kohli, the man behind the music, super talented music director, and Bharat Goyal, who made everything happen. So
I'm sure you're currently working on other music as well. So what's the date we need to mark on our calendar?
I can't pinpoint a date, unfortunately, because us artists, we like to make a lot of changes, and we our creative juices keep flowing. So a lot of times we think that the project is close to completion, and then suddenly we have a light bulb moment, like, oh, I think I can do this, it'll sound better, so but I can say this much, that I am working on some originals. I am working on some cover songs. I did a beautiful cover with this playback singer Abhay Jodhpurkar few months ago. It was called Jab Koi Baat Bigad Jaye. So we're doing another cover together. We're doing another original together. In fact, in Tamil, we're doing an original together. So there's things in the pipeline, and I have another original song that I have worked on with a producer from California, Xperience. It's called Dil Mera. That's already done. Just waiting for the finishing touches. So in the next few months, it's going to be exciting. People are going to see a bunch of different content coming from me, from covers to originals.
That's really exciting. And I'm sure most of your time goes into working on music. I mean, like you just said, you have so much coming up, so I'm sure it takes up most of your day. But when you're not working on music, what do you like to do?
Oh, I love catching up on Netflix. Yeah, like as they say, right? Netflix and chill. That's what I like to do. I love just because I go out in social gatherings, and no pressure at all, but I hear my friends talking about, like, oh, I watched the series, I completed it, I binge watched it, I finished it like in a day, and I'm like, how do you guys finish things in a day? Like, how do you have all this time on your hands? Like, and I feel like so left behind, because I'm just like, I'm still on the first episode, and then I meet these people like a week later, and I'm like, I'm on the second episode.
I feel like these are definitely people that binge watch during work hours as well. We have a couple of culprits here in the office, so I know how they're making.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
But Netflix, that's always a great way to unwind. Now, I mean, we've heard you sing Jalebi Baby, and honestly, it's such a small part in the song that I feel like it doesn't do full justice to your vocal talents. So can you sing us another song?
Okay, so I'll sing a few lines of this very soulful number. I actually won an award for this, so I'll sing a few lines of this song. बस कल परसों जियोंगे मैं कैसे इस हाल में बरसों मौत न आई तेरी याद क्यों आई लंबी जुदाई 4 दिन दा प्यार ओ रब्बा बड़ी लंबी जुदाई होठों पे आई मेरी जान दुहाई है लंबी जुदाई 4 दिन दा प्यार ओ रब्बा बड़ी लंबी जुदाई लंबी जुदाई लंबी जुदाई लंबी जुदाई.
Hey, that was so good. That was so good. All I want right now is to cozy up in bed and just have you serenade me to sleep. I mean, that was beautiful. That was beautiful, Shweta. Can't wait to hear music from you. Such a wonderful conversation. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was great.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun, actually. I loved it. Thank you for having me.
Me too. I loved having you. And congratulations on all the success of Jalebi Baby.
Thank you so much.